Hi there, Evan here with Crypto and Markets for Wednesday, May 23rd, 2018. This afternoon, the minutes came out from the last Federal Reserve meeting. They said that they're going to let inflation run a little bit hotter than normal for a temporary period. Whatever that means, you tell me. But anyhow, the market interprets it as less rate hikes. Everything now is magically hunky-dory again. So the market's ready to go higher. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. The Federal Reserve had no choice but to word this the way they did. I mean, think about it. Since the market topped out in January, is the U.S. and global economies better off or worse off than where it was? Worse off. You look at Europe, you look at Asia, you look at the U.S., you look at emerging markets, everything now is worse off from where it was. In fact, as I mentioned in previous videos, the markets are acting the exact same way they did back when we were heading into the Great Recession in 2008. Go look at it. I've even done previous videos about this also. Everything's playing out the exact same way. And this whole thing with interest rates. Let's look at it for a second. The U.S. Federal Reserve is just doing what central banks always do. They brought rates down to zero to get the U.S. economy out of the Great Recession. They kept rates at zero for a very long time, until around 2.5 years ago, I believe. I mean, they've increased them a little bit more aggressively now. But where are rates? 1.5%? And even then, if the U.S. economy was so good, if the global economy was so good, why are long-end treasuries, why aren't the 10-year and the 30-year selling off? Why are those bonds rallying now and you're seeing the yields start to top out? Because again, as I have always said, the long end of the curve is levered to what? Economic growth. Now understand, we had the Federal Reserve unwinding all those treasuries off their balance sheet, and the markets had to price that in. But, if you look at where we are in the economy now, and if you look at the 10-year basically at 3%, the 30-year at around 3.15, 3.2, into an era of declining growth, if we haven't seen the peak in the long end already, I think we're going to see the yields peak out here rather soon. I mean, if the economy is still where it is right now and getting worse, can the long end sell off any further? History says there's no way. And if you look at the way the bond market's acting the last couple of days, the bond market's starting to see it this way too. Now again, can the long end sell off a bit more? I think it still can. But I think any sell-off at this point is a buying opportunity. So essentially, to put this in closing, just because central banks aren't raising rates now as fast as everyone thought they were going to at the beginning of the year, doesn't mean things are great. They're only doing it because the economy's worse and getting worse. I'll leave it here. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe, And follow me on Twitter at CryptoMarkets2. Y'all have a good night.